One of the fun things that you're gonna see from this whole Rex Tan bad question FMT drama is a whole bunch of people going out there saying that this is exactly the result of hashtag Lepasan UEC. This is not just like an isolated comment, like this is the kind of thing that's going on and on across platforms, on this channel, anywhere it is that you go. A lot of these people, usually racist or people who have no social skills to actually interact with other communities, just really hate UEC, spend almost all of your time talking about how if you do UEC, you are in the process of memecah belahkan negara, jangan iktiraf UEC, and a whole bunch of other things like that.
Wow, that people are so emotional about this though, since it's basically just a Chinese high school qualification.
On first glance, the logic is kind of simple.
Oof, our identity is Malay. Oof, our education should be Malay. Oof, if you study UEC, then you are not following the spirit of the country. Oof.
And now, here we are with this one dude who graduated UEC and asked a very stupid question and suddenly be all like, aha! It was definitely UEC that caused him to become like that. Truly amazing.
Truly amazing how bad some people are at statistics.
On first glance, I kinda get it. It's like pattern recognition. Ooh, look at all these UEC people. Of course, every single one of them is gonna be like that. But I just have to ask, have all of these people met every single UEC graduate in the world? Probably not, but of course, they would go out there and make these sorts of grand declarations. Because for some reason or another, it hurts their soul to feel that people somehow just don't care as much about allegedly their education system. Despite the fact that all these people who are complaining are usually like low SES, low education, and are as close to becoming heroes of the Malays as I am to becoming Queen Elizabeth II. Not that they would think about any of that though, or the fact that the guy graduated from UM, so should we say that everybody who graduates from UM is going to become like that? And in case people have such short-term memory, a certain PhD by the name of Dr. Siti Mastura graduated from Al-Azhar and also from what seems to be Sekolah Agama before she went out and performed that wonderful fitnah that got her an 825k lawsuit. So if the logic is if you study UEC, then you end up making racist comments, then applying the same logic, can we not say that if you go to a Sekolah Agama or a pondok, then you end up performing fitnah and then getting sued for 825k? Cause that's what the logic says, baby. So y'all gonna go out there and start accusing all Sekolah Agama graduates of becoming pemfitnas? No? No? Really? Aw, how sad. But yeah, bro, I doubt that any of these people who keep talking about a united education system have actually ever met any Chinese people before. They just like the idea that apparently people from other races would end up following what they want, the way that they decide that society should be run, because they want some feeling of control over their world. They are not motivated by logic, but more by animalistic spirits. I mean, bro, like, if you wanted to, you could just become like Hafiz Muhammad or something, like send your kid to an SJKC. No need to go out there and start complaining about UEC or any other educational system out there because somehow you're so insecure that you think that anybody who doesn't go to Sekolah Kebangsaan breaks your concept of what is proper. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, all these people who are complaining about UEC and just coming out against Rex Tan saying that he is a Lepasan UEC or that anybody else out there is a Lepasan UEC that they want to mock just because it suits their narrative, I'm pretty sure that they're racist and that their opinions are not important. In all likelihood, they're probably just jealous that schools that can offer UEC are usually richer, more well-funded, more successful, that it becomes a scapegoat for pretty much everything out there.
Maybe it's just their canteens and lavish toilets, but it's okay, you have the best SPM results in the entire world. I'm sure you must be very happy. Or do you not believe in yourselves?
End of the day, I think that the message is really just quite simple. It doesn't matter what kind of schooling system you go for. You could go to Harvard and you could be the idiot in the school, or you could go to the most bottom ranked university in the entire world but actually be a world historical genius. And in a small way, a little part of me just hopes and prays that we can start looking at one another as individuals and not just rely on these stupid racial or educational labels because we're too lazy to actually learn about the people around us. But yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. That's all I have to say about that, and bye.